How you going, everyone? This video is how to tackle negative feelings. And it's an informal part 2 to this video. I'll move my big head out of the way. It sometimes blocks the screenshot. Negative thinking, mindfulness is the key. This video I'm going to call negative feelings, mindfulness is the key. And this video should round out the complete picture where what's our experience? And for many of us, it's an experience of negative thinking, negative feelings. So I showed you some tips how to get rid of this. Now let's move down into this, which arguably, for me personally, negative feelings are worse than negative thoughts. Because what we feel governs how we interact with the world. Also how we think, but I don't know, there's something about feelings. Ooh, it's worse. I don't know. This video is also inspired by a subscriber's comment saying they're super anxious. How do they get over the feelings of anxiety? Now look, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist. If you're suffering major depression or major panic attacks, I'm not qualified to speak about that, but maybe this video will give you some tips on how to manage it. I'm going to tell you how I view reality, what I do when things are going wrong, when I'm feeling things are going wrong, how I manage negative feelings basically. So like I mentioned in that first video, the first step we need to conquer negative feelings is knowledge. Knowledge is so important in life. I'm going to go off into a little story, which will be related, don't worry. Many years ago, as I mentioned in other videos, I was into lucid dreaming, how to get into the lucid dreaming state. When you get into these practices, you'll inevitably, it may or may not happen, you might get into the state of sleep paralysis. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically you wake up, your body can't move, but your mind is awake. And then what tends to happen in these states? People report feelings of an entity sitting on their chest, making them struggle to breathe, or they see a dark figure in the room. Basically, why this is happening is these are hallucinations because you're in a hybrid state. Your mind and body are supposed to be awake together, or they're supposed to be asleep together. The reason our body paralyzes itself is so we don't act out our dreams. But occasionally, our body's asleep, our mind wakes up, and this generates these hallucinations. It can be terrifying. Why am I even mentioning this? Because when you have knowledge of sleep paralysis, there's even practices where they show you how to get into sleep paralysis. Because this state, sleep paralysis, is such a good transitional state into out-of-body experience, into lucid dreaming. So there's practices to show you how to get into this terrifying state, which isn't so terrifying when you have knowledge, like I'm saying. Once you know what's happening, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but there's techniques to get out of it. But if you don't know what's happening, you're like, oh my God, there's a demon in the room. There's a demon on my chest. You freak out. Bringing it back to things like anxiety, for instance. What are panic attacks? What are anxiety attacks? Your sympathetic nervous system is being triggered. Your fight or flight. I'm in danger. That sense is being triggered. If you didn't know that, you're going to freak out and go, why am I breathing so quickly? Why am I panicked? But if you've had a few of these and you know the cause, your sympathetic nervous system is being triggered, it's overactive, overstimulated, at least you know why it's happening. And you can eventually not freak out because once your fight or flight system has been triggered, we also have a parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for bringing our mood down. What triggers the parasympathetic nervous system? Slow, calm breathing. Relaxing. Our body's okay. Our body's designed to go from stress, fight or flight, to calmness. But if you don't know why you're getting triggered, it is scary. You're going to be scared of being scared. You're going to be scared of these feelings, of course. That's why I'm saying knowledge is so important. Another thing to realize is when these attacks, just say panic attacks, happen, here's a beautiful thing that you realize if you study the teachings of pranayama. Pranayama is basically the study of breath work in Hinduism. But one of the really big keys you'll find studying that, or you don't even have to study it, I'll give you the tip right now. Your breath and your mood are related. For instance, when you're calm, when you feel calm, notice your breath. Slow, relaxed, your heartbeat's slow, calm, everything's calm. Your breath and mood are relaxed. When you're stressed, what happens to your breathing? You're breathing shallow, quick. It also, even now me doing it, puts my heart rate up. And now I'm feeling stressed doing that actually. The reason I'm mentioning this is because your breath and mood are related, interconnected, you can manipulate one by doing something to the other. By that I mean, this is why they say when you're panicked, focus on your breath, slow it down, consciously slow it down. When you consciously slow your breath down, your mood eventually calms down. And again, this works in reverse. Do what I've done. If you're calm, do quick, shallow breathing for any period of time and you'll realize, shit, my heart rate's going up. I'm feeling stressed. I'm manipulating the feeling of stress. Again, by manipulating my breathing. So again, knowledge. I'm panicked. I don't want to feel this. If you don't know why it's happening, you're going to freak out. But if you know, okay, I've got some issue where my sympathetic nervous system is being triggered, my fight or flight response is being triggered, at least you know why it's happening and your body is capable of handling it. It's okay. Next thing, knowledge. If I focus on my breath, it's slowly going to calm down my mood. If I focus on, instead of here, focus on the present moment. What am I feeling? What am I seeing? Again, it slows down this process. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert on panic attacks, but I've had moments over the years where I am concerned, stressed, or worried, and I just automatically do this from years of mindfulness and meditation. Instantly into the breath, instantly into the moment, and it calms me down. So this might help you. But like I said, if you've got really severe depression, anxiety, you need to see a doctor. So the first step, like I said, knowledge is key. Once it's happened, you need to do something in the moment to lessen the symptoms of negative feelings. But here's the other thing we have to work on, like I mentioned in the other video. We need to get this parasympathetic nervous system as our default state of being. Through mindfulness and meditation, we need to structure our lives around these teachings. And it's okay, you don't have to shave your head. Well, I do because I'm going bald. But you don't have to wear robes, shave your head, talk all spiritual. What I mean is, these teachings, mindfulness meditation, very practical. And they're going to help you. And like I said, you don't have to become all spiritual. If you just want this from spirituality, that's fine. You don't need to experience oneness, feel one with all. It's all right. That's really good in the long run, but you don't need this. You just want to feel calm, happy, relaxed. So again, we need to do meditation every day, mindfulness every day. Keep our default state of being the parasympathetic nervous system. How is that done? Focusing on the moment, focusing on our breath, making mindfulness our default state of being. It's not as hard as it sounds. It's just a habit. Like I said, every time you catch yourself here, shoulda, coulda, woulda, bring it back to the body. Tell yourself, is this thought going to help me when you catch yourself doing it? No. Back to the body. Blah, 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 blah. Back to the body. I need to do this. Practical thought. Okay. That's fine. So what is a meditation that I've done for so many years to focus and relax my negative feelings? Anger, sadness, irritation, anything negative. How do I manage it these days? And what I'm going to say is basically, I've been told several times at my work, people have said, you're very patient and non-reactive. In my personal life, I've been told, you have a high tolerance for pain. I wasn't gifted with these qualities. This is from mindfulness and meditation. I just thought I'd mention that too. When you start getting to the habit of mindfulness and meditation, when you're non-reactive to your thoughts and feelings, guess what that does? You're non-reactive to people. When you zoom into the feelings of your body, the pain becomes less. Instead of flinching at pain, you zoom into it, break it down, deconstruct it into just sensations, and you relax and it slowly dissolves the pain. Or I shouldn't say dissolves, it lessens it to a big degree. So enough with the build-up. What kind of meditation can we do to realize this? Here's what we need to do. Let's do a guided meditation. If you can now, or do it later, next time you're meditating. So you're closing your eyes, and what are you going to focus on? You might say the breath. No. We're not focusing on the breath. We're going to focus on what we call our body. What is our body made up of in this moment? Without any story attached to the body. My body feels like an amorphous mass of tingling sensations. I don't see any clear outline. If I'm honest, my body feels like an amorphous mass of tingling sensations. That's what I'm experiencing. That's what I'm feeling. Here's the other thing I'm experiencing. An image. I'm experiencing an image of my body sitting on this bed. And this is the key. You feel your body as sensations. And you've got an image of yourself sitting on the bed. Here's what you want to do. Delete this image of you sitting on the bed and just focus on the raw sensation. Here's a really good tip that I found very useful to get you into this mindset. Imagine you're a newborn baby. What does a newborn baby experience? The amorphous, massive tingling sensations. It doesn't have a concept of body. It doesn't have a concept of thoughts. It's just amorphous, massive tingling. And that's as far as we can go. That's as far as we can go as an adult human. But even these words, amorphous, massive tingling sensations, even the baby doesn't even have that concept. What I'm basically saying is, once you focus on just your body as tingling sensations, strip away the story, strip away all this, I have feelings, negative feelings, good feelings, strip all that away. You just focused, all you have is sensations. Here's what I like to picture. There's a little knob where you can turn up the intensity. So right now I'm calm, weak sensations. If I'm getting angry, you can even visualize it. Turn up the knob, pretend you're angry. What happens? It's not anger, it's just more intense sensations that you are aware of, like I mentioned in that other video. You see these feelings come and go within you. You contain all these feelings. Right now, sensations are weak and calm. I'm going to picture getting angry. All the sensations intensify. They build up to a peak. They almost feel like they're going to exceed the barrier of the container that you are, but they never do. You're always slightly greater than the sensation. Then, like I've mentioned in other videos on anger, once they reach a peak, they simmer down. When you're very mindful of this, you know the routine, like I mentioned in the video on anger. You know, I'm calm. Oh, this person or situation is about to trigger me. You see the sensations turn up. Simmer. I'm saying you're not overcome by them. You go, oh, here we go. The flame has been thrown into the petrol. Whoosh, and you're ready for it. You see it coming. You're like, bang. And then, like I mentioned in that video on anger, then all the other tools come in. Keep your tone calm, relaxed. If they raise their voice, keep your tone calm. All these other strategies I mentioned in that video come in. But basically what I'm saying is, you want to sit there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. Just focus on the feeling of your sensations of the body. And don't label anything. Don't call it your body. Don't have a story, past and future. Just sit with the sensations and watch them. Some of my best meditation sessions has been when I'm angry or sad. I've sat there crying because something's happened in my life, but it doesn't matter. I strip away the story of anger and sadness and just focus on the raw sensation. Anger is very intense. Sadness is a dull, lethargic feeling. What I'm saying is, we get scared of the unknown. I don't want to face my feelings. I don't want to face my thoughts. But just face them. Don't run from them, and you'll realize you're greater than them. This will carry over into day-to-day life too, with dealing with people. What does a non-reactive mindset do around people? It signals to them, you're not worth my time. You're not worth me reacting. It sends off the signal, I've been in this situation many times. You can't get a reaction out of me. And what happens when you're non-reactive? Usually they calm down. Again, with our feelings. We're scared. I'm negative. I'm angry. Let's drown out these feelings. You know what that does? Negative thoughts and feelings, drowning them out. It's telling your thoughts and feelings, you are greater than me. You have control of me. Face them. Sit there. And again, that's why I mentioned self-inquiry. Realize you're untouchable. You're the pure witness. These thoughts, they get very close, but they can't touch you. These feelings get very close, but they can't touch you. This isn't easy. This takes a long time. I'm just giving you a framework. Sit in meditation. Focus on your feelings. What are feelings? They're not emotions. They're not feelings. They're sensations. They get intense. They get weak. That's all they're doing. But they're always contained within you. Again, I mentioned, people have told me I have a high tolerance for pain. Not really. I've just done this practice for so many years. What gets me through pain? What lessens the pain? When you have a sensation of pain, we usually contract, want to avoid it. What do? I do the reverse. Sensation of pain, I zoom my awareness into it. I deconstruct it. Instead of pain, I call it sensations. I strip away the story why I'm feeling pain. Focus on the raw sensations, the pulsating sensations. The more you go into it, the more you embrace it, the less pain you're going to experience. You can't eliminate all pain. Or maybe you can. I'm just not at that level yet. But what I'm saying is, don't run from the experience. Don't avoid. You're greater than all experience. Face your feelings, face your thoughts in meditation. And like I said, when you become non-reactive to your thoughts and feelings, you become non-reactive to life, to people. Why is that? Because in meditation, all you're experiencing is thoughts and feelings. In life, you're only ever experiencing thoughts and feelings as well. You're not seeing a reality out there. You're seeing a reality projected from your mind. This isn't some woo-woo mystical stuff. This is science is going to say that. There is no color in objective reality. It's in the mind and everything else. So I hope this video helps. And like always, guys, I'm going to make so many more videos on this. I've made video day after day. I'm getting kind of tired, to be honest. But I don't know, there's a sense of urgency. I need to put out valuable content for you guys to find inner peace and happiness. And like I said, I've released a lot of content lately, day after day. Some of you might be getting sick of it, but it's all right because I'm just, at the time of making this video, I'm just going to slow down, maybe once or twice a week. But the content's still going to keep coming. I hope it helps. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. These videos are a spiritual practice for me. Just talking about it gives me so much peace and joy, and I love sharing with it. But until the next video, take care of yourselves, okay? Work on these negative feelings and thoughts. They can't touch you. See what you are at your core and realize they can't touch you. Slowly in time, you'll see what I'm saying if you're not there yet. But again, till next time, see you guys. Take care.